So this is the first of our power yoga YouTube videos, I guess. My name is Monica. That's Maisie. Tyler's going to be doing his own thing, practicing on the mat. But remember in these power classes that everything is up to your level, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing, just kind of work to your own level. Everyone has their own intensities. So we're going to start today in a child's pose. So bring your big toes together to touch. Space between your knees about mat waist distance apart. Sink your hips to your heels. Reach your arms to the front of the room and sink your belly down into the mat. Take your forehead down into the mat. Maybe rock it from side to side. Take a deep inhale through your nose and a deep exhale through your nose. Let yourself start to sink down into the mat, letting the thoughts of the past slip away and the thoughts of the future slip away, leaving you in this present moment for the next 60 minutes. Remember again that I am here as a guide for your practice, so I'll be offering suggestions on what you can do. But ultimately, again, this is your practice. So listen to your body, give yourself what you need. Inhale, reach your fingertips all the way to the front of the room, so much so that your elbows lift off the mat. Exhale, start to walk your hands over to the right side. Take your belly towards your right thigh. Feel your left side body starting to open up, coming off of the mat. Reaching towards the right a little bit more. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, walk it over to the left. Drawing your belly towards your left thigh. Inching those right fingertips to the left even more. Feeling that side body getting nice and long. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take it into your tabletop pose. So on all fours, your shoulders stack over your wrists and your hips stack over your knees. We're going to go into a couple cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, take the gaze up, shine your heart through your arms for cow. Exhale, round your spine, look at your belly button, press the mat away with your palms for cat. Inhale, dropping the belly, taking the gaze up, cow. Exhale, rounding the spine for cat. Going through these cat-cows at your own pace with your own flow. Remember, your breath is going to be the leader for these movements, and the asanas follow. So movement follows breath. Take about 2 more. Coming back into your neutral spine as you're ready. Maybe back in your flat back. One more thing, and then we're going to get into it. Inhale here. Exhale, shift your hips over to the right. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shift your hips to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. One more time. Exhale, hips to the right. Gaze over your left. Inhale to center. Exhale, hips to your left. Gaze over the right. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, tuck your toes. You're going to lift your hips, press them back. Press your heels to the mat. Downward facing dog. Start to pedal your dog. Lifting one heel and the other. Bending one knee and the other. Pressing into your first finger and your thumb. So your L pads are going to press into the mat as much as possible so that it creates this internal rotation of your lower arms while simultaneously take your shoulders away from your neck. Externally rotate. Start to come into stillness here in your downward facing dog. Press your heels towards the mat even if they don't touch. Draw your lower belly towards your thighs. Let your head hang in between your shoulders. Shake it, no. Nod it, yes. Inhale, come forwards into plank pose. Come onto the tips of your toes. Stack a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale, stay in your plank. Take your right knee to your right elbow. Hold. Try not to lift your hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. Inhale, take your left knee to your left elbow. Hold. Try not to lift your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Right knee to right elbow. Plank. Left knee, left elbow. Plank. Downward facing dog. 2 more times like that. Inhale, rock your way forward, plank. Right knee to right elbow. Plank. Left knee, left elbow. Plank. Downward facing dog. Once more. Inhale, rock forwards. Stack that weight. Right knee, right elbow. Plank. Left knee, left elbow. Plank. Downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Inhale, rock your way forwards. Come into your plank. From here, we're going to practice some chaturanga push-ups. Come to your knees. Everyone, we're going to practice our chaturanga push-ups. You're going to inhale, rock your way forward so your shoulders are past your wrists. Hug your elbows in, lower down. Exhale to press up. 5 more times. Hug the elbows in as you lower. And press up. Lower. Press. Really squeeze your elbows in. 2 more maybe. Down. Up. Last one. Down. Up. From here, drop your feet. Let your hips come down. Take a slight bend into your elbows. High cobra. Curl your toes. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg up. 3-legged dog. Point your toes to the mat. Hips are square. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Cheetah, round your spine. Really try and touch your knee to your nose. Take it back up. Draw your knee to your nose for cheetah. Bring it back up. 3-legged dog. One more time. Knee to nose. Hold here in your cheetah. Slowly drop your right foot between your palms. Warrior 1. Take that left foot down about a 30-degree angle. Press the right hip back. Pull the left hip forwards. Draw your arms up. Internal rotation of your pinkies. Shoulders down the back. Press into the outer edge of that left foot to straighten out that left leg. Remember here, you want your feet to be on train tracks. So if you need to, walk your right foot over to the right. Stack your right knee over your ankle or slightly behind. Look down, make sure you can see your big toe. Inhale, interlace those hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders, lift your chest. Exhale, dive forward, humble warrior. 2 options. Chest can either hover over the right thigh or dip the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Press your right hip back, left hip forwards. Let your head hang, trying to touch the crown of the head to the mat. Come a little deeper into your humble warrior. 1 more breath. Press into the outer edge of that left foot even more. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, plant your palms to the inside of that right foot. Pivot onto the left ball of the foot. Right foot meets the left, hovering. Option here to keep that right foot hovering. If you need to, you can take it down. Or if you want, you can start to pulse that right heel. Stay in your plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3-legged dog. Take that right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee. Stack the right hip on top of the left, creating your scorpion tail. Here, you want to press your right knee to the sky. Right heel towards left glute. Square your chest to the mat while opening up your hips. Take 1 more breath. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot meets the left. Take a breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. three-legged dog. Point the toes, square the hips. Exhale, cheetah, knee to nose, round your spine, draw it in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, cheetah, knee to nose. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale, last one. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, cheetah. Slowly plant the left foot between your palms. Take your right foot down, 30-degree angle. Rise up. Warrior one. Find your foundation here. Left knee stacks over the ankle or slightly behind. You can always scoot your left toes forwards if you need to. Press into the outer edge of that right foot. Left hip back, right hip forwards. Keep that core engaged, pressing the pelvis forwards. Inhale. Connect the fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders, lift your chest. Exhale, dive forward, humble warrior. Again, you're trying to keep that right hip pressing forwards and that left hip pressing back. Hovering the chest over the thigh or taking the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Two more breaths. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, plant the palms to the inside of the left foot. The left foot is going to meet to hover the right in a one-legged plank. Either drop the foot, keep it hovering, or start to pulse. Only thing moving is that left leg. Keep the hips still for 3, 2, 1. Three-legged dog, take your left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the left knee, stack the left hip over the right. Open your hips. Breathe here, in through your nose and out through your nose. Lift your left knee even higher. Draw that heel to the right glute. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot meets the right. On your next inhale, baby step, stiff leg. Walk your feet to meet your hands. As many steps as you can. Trying to stack your hips over your shoulders. Meet in an Uttanasana forward fold. Take a deep bend in your knees so your lower belly can release over your thighs. Opposite hands to opposite elbows. Rock from side to side like a rag doll. Shake your head yes. Nod your head no. Get rid of any tension that's in your head and your neck. One more breath. Release your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, looking straight down. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, take your big toes together to touch space between your heels. Utkatasana, chair, sink your hips, lift your chest. So here in our chair pose, we want about 80% of our weight in our heels, light in our toes. Squeeze the inner thighs together like there's a block between them. With your heels, try and smudge them apart. They're not actually going to move, but the more that you feel them smudging apart, the more you'll feel it in the outside glutes. Lift your chest. And breathe. Look down. Make sure you can still see your toes. You want to press that weight back. Draw your belly button in and up. Take the arch out of your back. Inhale, hands to heart center. From here, shift your weight into your toes. Lift your heels. Sink a little lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly lower your heels. Lift your arms up. Draw your hands back to heart center. Take your left elbow to right thigh. Side chair. Press your left knee back if it's coming in front of the right. Stay light in your toes. Pressing your palms together to revolve your chest open. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right elbow, left thigh. Again, make sure your knees are in the same line. Scoot that right knee back if you need to. Press your palms together. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, come onto your tiptoes. Lift your heels. Lower down an inch. Lower down an inch. Lower down. Lower down. All the way down. Come onto your boat pose. So in your boat, your Navasana, you're balancing on your sits bones. Lower belly and thighs are coming together into the midline. Roll your shoulders up and back. Options, you can take your hands down. You can squeeze your knees together or reach forwards. Maybe try straightening out your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open into your canoe. So you're still balanced just on your sits bones. Your legs and your back hover off the mat. Roll your shoulders up and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into your boat. 5, 4, 3, 2. Open up into canoe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to boat. 3, 2, 1. Come to canoe. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Open. 3, 2, 1. Inhale for boat. Exhale, open to canoe. Take your arms overhead, and you're just going to rock forwards an inch and back an inch. So you're holding in this canoe, rocking for 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze into boat. 5, 4, last boat. 3, 2, open to canoe, rocks for 5, 4, 3, 2, lower all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest, rock from side to side. Good work, everyone. Oh, I say that like I have a room full of people. Whoops. Anyway, take your arms overhead, your legs to the opposite side, stretch it out. And from here, we're going to do some rock and roll. So hug your knees into your chest. Rock from the tailbone to the bottom of the shoulder blades, forwards and back. Use that momentum. Maybe use your hands, maybe try without it. You're going to rock forwards into your chair. Come back into your chair however you want to do it. Bring your hands to heart center. Take your left elbow to your right thigh. Twisted chair. From here, we're going to work on balancing on our right leg. Start to shift that weight out of your left foot. Maybe you just come to your toes. Maybe you hug your left heel into your left glute. Wherever you are, coming out of your chair or not, you're going to try and step back nice and slow. Take that left foot back into your twisted lunge. Lift your left heel up as high as it can go. From here, palms together. Maybe reach the right arm to the sky, left arm to the outside of the foot. Maybe a half bind, right arm behind your back. Maybe a full bind. Wherever you are, work for your twist. Take 2 more breaths. Lift your left heel as high as it can go. Straighten out that left leg. Take 1 more breath here. On your next inhale, warrior 2. Left foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Right heel bisects the left arch. Stack that knee right on top of the ankle. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. Take your right forearm to your right quad. Reach your left arm to the sky. Fingertips to the front of the room. Options to take your right hand down to the inside of the mat. Options to take a half bind, reaching for your right front pocket. Wherever you are, revolve your chest up to the sky. Tuck your right hip underneath the left. Take 2 more breaths. Try and get a little deeper. Scoot your toes an inch forwards. Stack your knee over your ankle. Inhale, reach your left hand to the front of the room. Engage your core, reach your right hand to the front of the room. 3, 2, 1. Rise up, warrior 2. Straighten out that right leg. Shift your hips back, reach your right fingertips to the front of the room, and then down for triangle, anywhere but the knee. Again, you're between 2 planes of glass. You're trying to stack one thing on top of the other. Keep a micro, tiny, tiny bend in that right leg. Stay here, or reach your left hand to the front of the room. Reach your right arm to the front of the room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up, warrior 2. Take an inhale here. Take an exhale here. Inhale, look over your right fingertips. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, cartwheel your left palm down to the mat. Side plank, right foot meets the left. Option, right foot stacks on the left. It can be side by side. You can make a kickstand or lower your left knee down. Wherever you are, lift your hips. Create a rainbow with your body. Press into your left palm. Option to lift that top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Take an inhale through your nose. Take an exhale through your nose. Inhale. Take your right knee to your right elbow. Options, hold here. Options, slide that right knee down. Pick it back up. Slide, 2, 3, pick it up. Slide, 2, 3, pick it up. One more time. Slide, 2, 3, pick it up. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale through your nose. Take an exhale through your nose. On your next inhale, slowly stiff leg, walk your feet to meet your hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Releasing here. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, big toes together to touch, face between your heels, sink your chest, or sink your hips, lift your chest. Coming into your chair. From here, we're going to drop our chest, so it's just hovering over our thighs. There's still space between your chest and your thighs. Reach your arms to the back of the room, like you're about to take off. Inhale, take your arms to the front of the room. Reach them to the back. Keep your hips down. Heart is higher than your hips. Reach it forwards. Take it back. Reach them forwards. One more time. Take them back. And reach them forwards. Come up, chair pose, hands to heart center. Take right elbow to left thigh. Twist. In your twisted chair, sink your hips, lift your chest, lighten your toes, heavy in your heels. Staying light in your right foot, come up to your toes. Maybe take right heel to your glute. As slow as you can go, step it back. Your revolved high lunge, your twisted lunge. Take your heel up as high as it can go. Maybe reach left arm to the sky, right fingertips to the mat, half bind, full bind. Whatever is in your power today. Watch your knee, make sure that it's behind your toes. Straighten out that right leg even more. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, unwind, warrior 2. Left fingertips forward, right fingers back. Left heel bisects right arch. Right foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Press your left knee towards your pinky toe. Take a deep breath here. Scoot your left toes an inch forwards. Slide that knee over your ankles. Inhale to reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. Start with your fingertips facing the front of the room. Left forearm on, left quad. Maybe take that arm down. Remember, the lower you bring your arm, the more you're going to have to bend into that left leg. So scoot your toes forwards if you need to. Revolve your chest open. Don't forget to breathe. Press into the outer edge of that right foot. Reach your right arm to the front of the room. Reach your left arm to the front of the room. 5, 4, 3, 2. Revolve your chest. 1. Straighten that left leg. Shift your hips back. Reach your fingertips forwards. Come down. Triangle. Trikonasana. Create space between your left shoulder and your neck. Keep that tiny micro bend in that left knee so you're not locking out your leg. Options to reach your right arm forwards. Options to reach your left arm forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Warrior 2. Deep bend into that left knee. Stack it over the ankle. Inhale here. Exhale, you're going to cartwheel your right palm down. Left foot meets the right side plank. Whichever variation you need, lift your hips, create a rainbow. Option to lift that top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, heels over the balls of your feet. Inhale, left knee to left elbow. Hold here or lower down for 3, 2, 1. Pick it back up. Lower. 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. 2 more. Lower. 2, 1. Slide it up. Lower for 3, 2, 1. Slide it up. Downward facing dog. Left foot meets the right. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Child's pose. Drop your hips. Knees to the mat. Sink your hips towards your heels. Take a moment. Wipe down. Grab water. Maybe you're still flowing. And breathe. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to come into our dolphin pose. So we'll start with a forearm plank. Slide your shoulders forwards. Come onto the balls of your feet. So your forearm plank here. Shoulders stacked over the elbows. Draw your belly button in and up. And let's drop our hips to the right and then over to the left. Tick-tock to the right and left. Right, left. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to forearm plank. Dolphin pose. Lift your hips. Start to walk your feet towards your elbows. So in your dolphin pose, the more intensity you want to feel in your shoulders will be determined by how close you walk your feet in towards your elbows. So the more you walk it in, the more the hips are going to stack over your shoulders, the more intensity intensity you're gonna feel. The more you walk it out, the less intensity. If you want even more, you can do dolphin dives, which is when you're in your dolphin, you're gonna inhale, rock your way forward, touch your nose between your fingers, and then press back. If you're gonna dolphin dive, do about 7, 6, 5, or just holding your dolphin, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding your dolphin, everyone. Take your left palm to the mat. Take your right palm to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg is gonna lift, 3-legged dog. Exhale, cheetah, knee to nose, hold it here. Take your knee to your right elbow. Take it to your left elbow, twist. Over to the right, over to the left, one more time, to the right, to the left, back to center. Plant your right foot between your palms, high crescent lunge. Lift up, left heel is lifted, right hip presses back, left hip pulls forwards. Inhale, bring hands heart center. Exhale, step your left knee into your chest. So draw your knee into your chest. Extend your left leg out long. Flex your toes. Take your arms overhead. 5, 4, lift even higher. 3, try not to lean back. 2, 1, airplane. Send that left leg to the back of the room. Squaring the hips, pressing into all 4 corners of your right foot. Palms are by your side. Take your chest up like an up dog. Flex that left pinky toe towards the earth. Draw the shoulders away from the neck. Take one more breath here. Inhale, draw your knee into your chest, arms overhead. Exhale, you're going to cross your left leg over your right. You're going to take your left arm under your right, single or double bind. Single bind to the backs of the palms, double bind to the front of the palms. Keep the shoulders stacked right on top of your hips. Try not to let your chest come forwards. Lift your elbows, press your fingertips away. Eagle, Gorudasana. Sink into your hips. Find your drishti, your focal point, something not moving that'll help with your balance. Inhale here. Exhale, sink a little deeper, one more breath. Inhale, unwind, knee into your chest. Exhale, standing split, take your palms down. Lift your left heel towards the earth. Draw your belly towards your right thigh. Keep lifting your heel higher to the sky as you try and fold over that right leg. From here, take your left knee to the back of the right knee. Kundalini squat. Take a deep bend into your right knee. Super deep bend as it's trying to make a little nook for your left knee. Draw your right hand to heart center. Draw your left knee to heart center. Lift your chest. Keep that bend in your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High crescent lunge. Step that left foot back. Oops, out of frame. Left foot back into your high crescent lunge. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. One more. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, plant your palms to the inside of that right foot. Lower down to your left knee. Heel toe that right foot to the edge of the mat. We're going to take a lizard lunge. Make sure your knee is behind your ankle. Stay on your palms. Come to your forearms. If you have a block, you can go to that. Options to keep the right foot on the mat, toes facing forwards, or turn your toes outwards 15 degrees. Come to the outer edge of the foot, lifting the inner arch. Lizard here. Two more breaths. Sorry, don't mean to touch you with my hair. Rise up onto your palms. Heel toe that foot. the midline now. We're going to take a low lunge, so keep that right hip pressing back, left hip pulling forwards. Come to your palms, come to your your quad, or reach your arms up to the sky. I like to take my left hand to my left side of the back, pressing it forwards, and then pressing my pelvis forwards as much as I can. You'll start to feel it on the top part of your left thigh. Turning this into an active stretch, one more breath. Take your palms down to frame your foot, scoot your toes 2 inches forwards, lift the toes, straighten out that right leg, draw your lower belly towards your right thigh. Half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. You can have as much of a bend into that right leg as you need, so if you take more of a bend, you'll be able to get a better connection of your lower belly to your thigh. And that's what you want, to keep your chest lifted while your belly drops. Think of it like being in a cow back, not a cat back. One more breath here. Slowly bring it back into your low lunge, bend into that knee. Curl your left toes, pick up your left knee, right foot meets the left. Plank pose. From your knees or from your toes, you're going to do 3 chaturanga push-ups. So if you're on your knees, we've done it before. If you're on your toes, rock your weight forward, pass your wrists, hug your elbows in, lower halfway. Exhale, press up, lower, press. One more time, lower, press. Drop your hips, but keep them lifted. Come onto the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Draw the shoulders away from your neck. Inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. In through your nose, exhale through your nose. Inhale, take your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, cheetah, knee to nose. Hold here, or take the left knee to left elbow, over to the right, over to the left, over to the right. One more time, to the left, to the right, back to center. Step the left foot between your palms, high crescent lunge. Left hip presses back, right hip pulls forwards. Lift up that right heel as much as you can. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Watch your knees. Scoot your toes forwards if you need to. Inhale, hands to heart center. Step your right knee into your chest. Extend your right leg. Take your arms overhead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back. Coming into your airplane Dekasana. Square the hips. Flex the left toes down. Lift that chest up just a bit. Take a bend into that left knee. Don't lock it out. Breathing here. Find your drishti. Take one more breath. Inhale, draw your knee into your chest, arms overhead. Exhale, cross your right leg over your left, right arm under the left, single or double bind. Lift the elbows, press the fingertips away. Take a deep bend into that left leg. Really press that right leg over the left. Woo. Stack your shoulders over your hips. One more breath. Inhale, unwind. Standing split. Take your palms down to a block to the mat. Reach your right heel to the sky. Draw your lower belly towards your left thigh. Keep pressing your right heel up. Let your head and your neck hang. One more breath. And then take your right knee to the back of the left knee. Take a deep bend into that left knee. Engage your core. Draw your left hand to heart center. Draw your right hand to heart center. Stay in your squat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back into your crescent lunge. Don't want to hit Maisie. High crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale here. Get a little deeper. Inhale here. Exhale. Plant your palms to the inside of the left foot. Come down onto your right knee. Heel toe that left foot to the edge of the mat. Stay on your palms. Come to your forearms. Come to your belly. Lay here in your lizard. Feet facing forwards or turning your toes out. 15 degrees, coming to the inner arch, or the outer arch, lifting the inner arch. Breathing here. Create space between your shoulders and your neck. Two more breaths. Slowly, as you're ready, come back to your palms. Heel toe that left foot into the midline. Low lunge, stay on your palms. Come up onto your quad or reach your arms up to the sky. Left hip presses back, right hip pulls forwards. Really trying to press your pelvis forwards, feeling it in the top of the right thigh. 3, 2, 1. Plant your palms to frame your foot. Take your left toes 2 or 3 inches forwards. Shift your hips back, lift your toes, draw your lower belly to your left thigh. Half split. Taking as much of a bend into that left knee as you need. As you're ready, come back into your low lunge. Curl your right toes, pick up your right knee, left foot meets the right, and downward facing dog. Walk it out if you need to. Press your weight back towards your heels. Slowly take it down to your knees, and then onto your sits bones. Coming into our hip flexor exercise from here. You're going to extend your right leg and draw your left knee into your chest. So this hip flexor exercise, I try and teach it in all my yoga classes because it's really good for your psoas muscle. What's going to happen is we're essentially going to try and hover this right leg off the mat. You can do movement with me, but that movement is completely optional. If you want to just focus on hovering this right leg, feel free to do so. In order to do that, we want to make sure our lower belly is glued into our left thigh the entire time. So we want to build this connection, sit up nice and tall as we can. A lot of people tend to round back in this exercise, and you don't want to round back. You want to make sure that you're sitting up as tall as you can. Glue your lower belly into your thigh. I'll even turn so you can all see. And you're going to flex the right toes. Sit up as tall as you can. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, hover and hold. Stay holding or inhale to lift. Exhale to hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Lift, hover. Keep your lower belly glued to your thigh. Try not to lean back. One more time, lift. Hover, stay where you are or take it out to the side. Draw it in. Out, in, out, in, out, in. Sit up nice and tall, out. In, last one, out. Hold it in, stay where you are or combine. We're going to take up, down, out, in. 2 more, up, down, out. In, last one, up, down, out. Hold it in, sit as tall as you can. 3, 2, 1, release. Shake it all out. Good job. To the other side, extend your left leg, hug your right knee into your chest. Same rules apply. The most important thing you can do here is keep your lower belly glued to your right thigh. Sit up nice and tall. If you feel yourself trying to round back, take down the intensity a little bit. You don't have to move it at all, just work on the hover. Sit up nice and tall. Flex your left toes. And as you're ready, inhale to lift. Exhale, hover and hold. Stay here or lift, hover, lift, hover, lift, hover, lift, hover, lift, hover, lift. Stay, hold here, stay where you are, or draw it out. Bring it in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Two more, out, in, out. Hold it in, stay here, or combine. Up, down, out, in. Two more, up, down, out. In, last one, up, down, out. Hold it in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really shake it all out. Shake, shake, shake. When you're ready, Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Staying here, or inhale, sit up as tall as you can. Exhale, again, lead with your lower belly. Start to bring it down, chest stays lifted. So I'm not just rounding down like a cat. I'm in my cow back. My chest is lifted. I'm just trying to touch my belly button to my heels here to stretch. I like to take my elbows to my inner thighs, shoulders away from the neck. Coming down. Breathing into it. Try not to look straight down, but starting to look a little bit forward, so it's like you're leading the crown of the head to the front of the room as you come down. 2 more breaths. And slowly drop back up. Time check. Okay. From here, we're going to go into a double pigeon, so we're going to stretch out our hips a little bit more. In your double pigeon, we'll start with our least intense option and then build it up each time. If you want your least intense option, your right leg is going to stay straight, or left leg is going to stay straight. Your right leg is just going to figure 4 over it, flexing both of the feet. So you can stay here. Second option is you're going to bend that left leg so that the heel comes directly out from the knee. This left shin is parallel to your hips. So you're not letting that heel come in, you're keeping it parallel to your hips. This right leg then is going to come in front of your hips, of your left leg. Option 3, you're going to take that right leg on top of the left. So this is your double pigeon, variation 3. The more that you can hang your right foot off your left knee, the more intense it's going to be. So I like to hang my ankle off. If you want a little less intensity, you can hang just your heel off. But again, as I'm doing this, I'm not letting my heels come closer to my glutes. In fact, I'm pressing my heels forwards just a little bit more so I can get a little more intensity. If you have a block and you want to take it underneath that right knee to help it release a little, you can. Or you can let gravity, with the most intense option, dropping your chest forward slowly, letting that weight come down. Whichever option you're at, make sure that you stay true to yourself. You're not trying to cause any pain. Discomfort is okay, but never pain. So if I'm doing something that doesn't feel good to your body, do not do it. Just do what you need to do. If you guys can see Tyler, he's doing his option. I don't know if you guys can see him. If you're following Maisie, she is in Shavasana. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. As you're ready, slowly rise up. Unwind your legs, give them a little shake from side to side. And then switch. Again, you can start with your right leg straight. Left leg takes that figure 4, flex both of the feet. Second option, you bend that right leg, keep the shin parallel to the hips, take that left leg in front of the right. Third option, stack on top, adjusting how much of that left foot you want to hang over your right knee. Again, make sure both feet are flexed. You're not letting your heels come in towards your hips. Last option would be folding forwards wherever you are. You can do that with a straight leg or two bent legs. And breathe. Breathe into all the areas that feel tight. Letting that breath help to dissipate, especially, in social distancing. I don't know about you, but I sit a lot, I lay in bed a lot. That makes my hips really tight. This exercise is like the mortal enemy of sitting for too long because it will stretch out all the things that you've just been sitting for hours on end with. Take 2 more breaths. Slowly, as you're ready, rise on up. Unwind the legs and give them a quick windshield wipe from side to side. We're almost out of time, but we're going to do a little bit more. One more stretch, then come to our back. Flex your feet to like a forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Move all that sit bone space. Come down, no excess flesh. Root your sits bones into the mat. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Flex your feet. Exhale with a flat back. Lower down about halfway, so just let that belly drop. Chest is still lifted. Draw your arms to either side of your ears. Inhale, reach forwards like you're going to give me a high five. Exhale, round down over your legs. Releasing here. Take as much of a bend into your knees as you need. Let your lower belly release over your thighs. Slowly come on up, one vertebrae at a time. And we're going to lower down to our mat, one vertebrae at a time. So reach your arms to the front of the room, roll your shoulders up and back. Slowly, one vertebrae, come down. Nice and slow. When you've touched down right below your shoulder blade, stop, pause, take your right leg up, take your left leg up. Variation of canoe. Hold here, because we have to paddle our canoes back to shore. Paddle to the right, paddle, 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 and paddle to the left, paddle, 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 to the right, one more time. We're almost to shore, to the left, one more time, over to the right, over to the left, and lower down. Take your arms overhead, full body stretch, hug your knees into your chest. We are almost done with core. Take your legs straight up to the sky. Stack your heels over your butt. So a lot of the times we like to take our heels over our belly button, press them back a little bit so that they're actually over your hips. Options, take your hands diamond underneath your lower back. If you want a little more intensity, reach them to the front of the mat or the front of the room. Lift your shoulders off the mat, roll them down. Tuck your chin slightly into chest, lower 30 degrees. Lower another 30 degrees. Lower, hover, hold. And go ankles up and down over the other. Forgot what that's called. What's that called?
Hammer time.
No. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way up. Take your toes together, heels apart. Lower down. Lower down. Lower, hover, hold. Press your lower back into the mat. Open and close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it all the way back up. Take your heels together, toes apart. Lower down, lower down. Lower, hover, hold. You're going to tap, bring it up. Tap, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up, hug your knees into your chest. Rock them side to side. Lift those legs straight up again. Take your hands up to the sky like a dead bug. And reach for your toes. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift as much of your back off the mat for 3, 2, 1. All done. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Take a happy baby. Arms to the inside of the knees. Hands to the outside of the feet. Soles of the feet to the sky. Knees pressed down. If you cannot press your tailbone down into the mat here, you can keep your entire spine on the mat. Take your hands to your ankles or your shins, because you want to be able to release your tailbone. So you don't want your hips to lift like that. You want to be able to press them down. And then maybe, rock, maybe extend a leg. One more breath. From here, inversion of your choice. We got some options. Send your legs straight up to the sky. Take a waterfall like this. If you have a block and you want to slide it underneath your tailbone, you can. If you want to take a shoulder stand, you're going to slightly tuck your chin into your chest. You're going to lift your hips, catch your lower back with your palms. Working on stacking your ankles over your hips. If you have a headstand, handstand, shoulder stand, not shoulder stand, handstand, headstand, forearm stand, whatever you want to do. Do that now. Inversion of your choice. Just letting your legs be higher than the rest of your body. So all that blood, everything we just worked is coming back to our central body. If you're in your shoulder stand and you want to take a plow pose, you're going to hinge at your hips. Let your feet fall to the space above your head. Maybe you remove your hands. I don't know if my feet are outside of the angle of the camera, but whatever. No. If you're in your plow and you want to come to death man's pose, bend your knees, take them to either side of your temple. And slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Come into the mat, hug your knees into your chest. Take your arms out into a T. Cross your right leg over your left. Lift your hips, scoop them to the right side of the mat. Let your legs fall over to the left, look over your right shoulder. Keep your right shoulder planted as much as you can. Supine twist. Inhale, engage your core, draw yourself back to center. Unwind, cross your left leg over the right. Inhale, lift your hips, scoop them to the left side of the mat. Exhale, let your knees fall over to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Keep that left shoulder planted. Inhale, engage your core, come back to center. Unwind, extend your legs out long. If there are any other poses calling to your body, I invite you to take them now. If you're ready for Shavasana, you can stay extended. You can take Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees apart. You can take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or both hands by your sides. Whatever feels good. Close your eyes. And let this practice start to wash over you. Letting your breath return to a more natural breath pattern. And with as little energy as possible, start to bring some movement back to your body. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Rolling your wrists and your ankles in one direction and the other. Drawing your knees into your chest. Rolling over to your right side, using your right arm as a pillow for your head. With as little energy as possible, keep your eyes closed. Come into a seated cross-legged position, the top of your mat. Bring hands into heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bow your chin towards your chest. And then just take this time to thank yourself for trying something new or increasing your practice in this time of uncertainty when, we don't know if we're going to be able to go out and hang out or do yoga in a studio. At least we have ourselves in our home and we have this opportunity to do yoga. Thank your body for everything it's done for you and all the wonderful possibilities, more ab workouts to come that strengthen with your practice. And thank your mind for its resilience, especially in tough times. I offer you peace, I offer you love, I offer you light. Namaste. Thank you.